Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I hope that you are having a great day. It is 12:17 here on the west coast of the United States. And we got some fun stuff. I'm trying to like squeeze in a bunch of stuff into this stream and just have fun with it. Um thank you, brother. We have hit it and we've surpassed it. As a matter of fact, I mean things are moving. Hey, I'm happy they're moving quickly. With the way they're moving, if it keeps up with the pace, here's where the crazy thing I think kind of comes in. If the pace keeps up of the, I don't even know how to average this out, but so I'll show it to you. This is really fun. So here's what we're looking at. If the pace keeps up, so we just hit 7 2 days ago, right? Saturday we hit 7. Sunday, Monday. So I'm guessing by the end of today we'll be at 7,100 subscribers. So maybe unless something crazy happens, right? Like it could get like some kind of a boom or something like that, and we can hit 8K within the next 2 months, which is like, to even think about that is kind of, it's weird for me, man. It really is, considering that we put, and it's not just me, like just YouTubers generally put a lot of work into some of this stuff. And to see some of that pay off and like the difficulty it is to get to like 1K and 2 and whatever. And then like the exponential growth, which is something that we've spoken about quite a bit. Anybody who actually pays attention to YouTube and the exponential growth after certain numbers, you know what I'm talking about. But it could be where we hit 8K pretty quickly as well. So let me say hello to you guys. Some of you guys who are putting in your comments. And the very Reverend Nick Quint is in the house. What's going on? He said, speaking of squeezing fun stuff, where's my hug? I knew Arthur when he had Nick Quint level subs, and look at him with winger subs. Yeah, right. Nowhere near winger subs. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Here from seeing you on IP and everyone on the conference stream. Well, welcome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. This time you're blocking me from watching Bournemouth West Ham. Hey, I heard something funny about Arsenal fans. Can't read into FPL if you're streaming, man. Hey, man. Life, man. We got stuff to do. Stuff's got to get done. We got to stuff. I heard someone called in on a radio show in England, and they said that there's too many tourists coming into Arsenal games because, and he said they're not cheering and stuff. He said I was kind of cheering for the fans, and one of the touristy fans said, "Hey, you're being too loud. Keep it down. Keep it down." I didn't believe it. Oh man, that's horrendous. Like, I hope that never happens in stadiums. People like that shouldn't be allowed into stadiums. Well, again, welcome, folks. So we're trekking along in regards to subscriptions. So I've titled this stream "Welcome New Subs." So if you're a new sub, I would really like it if you were to comment. Out of the 14 people in here, hit the like button, by the way. Come on now, guys. And drop a comment. Say, hey, first time here. Say first time here, and then we'll give you a clap like we do. You're using StreamYard now. I'm switching back and forth. Back and forth. Teeter-tottering. Well, I'm using it because my internet's fantabulous now in my office. Because we upgraded our router system at home. and I'm able to have really, really good internet that I've been paying for, but not having it. Just a little comment, guys. Make sure the internet speed you're paying for is actually what your router can handle and kick out. If it's not, then you're wasting your money. So Wi-Fi technologies improved over the last number of years, and that's very important for people to know what's up and what's going on. Or else you're just wasting money. New sub here. Okay, so hey, let's I'm pretty sure you look, I hope you're hearing that audio. Please, if you're not, let me if you're not, know if you're not, but you should be. The clapping is coming through. I've tested this stuff. So if it's not happening, there's a big problem there. Newsstream theologist, the very Reverend Nick Quint, says, I'm told that the laughter of 5 Armenian men could sound like a stadium packed with 1,000 folks. That's probably true. Art called me a conspiracy theorist, but I believe the mass drone apparitions could be Billy's friends, the alien ones. I'm going to shut my mouth on that comment. A monetary advice channel now. You've done a lot of things. Okay, so no, I didn't even realize I did that. So, hey, man. Hey, watch it, Jerome. So I noticed when I turned everything on, YouTube's doing a bunch of updates. I saw a stream, not a stream. I saw a little short today from Sean Cano from Think Media. Supposedly there's a lot of updates happening on YouTube, and a number of things have been happening in the background. And I got to watch that stream and figure out what's going on. But when I turned everything on and I set up the stream, ready to go, I noticed in behind the scenes stuff, I noticed there's an option that says you can create goals for super chats. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder whether something like this would work out or not. So I created a goal, and the goal is to get 10 super chats. And if we do in 2 hours, then we're going to go an extra 30 minutes is what it just asked me. I couldn't even come up with something. So whether it happens or doesn't, I don't care. And I might do that continuously or I might not. Just saying. Don't hate on me right there. I'm just playing around with stuff, man. Jerome straight out coming at me sideways. This is called being an unk. Offering advice to all the nephews is wisdom. Yeah. Hey, Alexandra, how you doing? So, yes, YouTube's been updating stuff. Thank you. I don't like the shorts being as long as 3 minutes. So it's not as long as 3 minutes. So here's the other thing. It's not any video that you upload that's 3 minutes or less that goes into a short. It is only vertical videos that are up to that much that will be picked up as a short. So if it's landscape, it's not going to come up as a short. If it's vertical, it'll go up as a short. I don't mind that. I'll tell you why. Because you can upload 2-3 minute videos and the shorts feed can pick it up and you're going to get a lot of views and subscribers out of that. Oh, I know you're not hating. Wow. Jerome, man, we're good buds, so stop it. This Bournemouth West Ham game is probably going to end 0-0. Yeah, Alexandra, it's so if you're doing mostly vertical videos, there's good potential for you to grow a channel like on verticals because it gets picked up. It really does. So what are we doing here? Well, we're answering questions. I'm gonna update you guys because my buddy, one of my friends, said, "Hey, Art, man," he said, "I'd like to give some money for you to give away. Okay, my very good friend came up to me about 2 weeks ago at church and said, "Hey, he loves the work that we do." He said, "I really want to support more and stuff." He said, "I want to give some money to you so you can give away some stuff." And I said, "Wait, we're gonna hit 7K. Once we do, we'll do a giveaway." Now, the other day we hit 7K on the stream, so I didn't do that. But so I talked to him yesterday. He's gotten the money to me. I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but we're going to calculate it to see how many hoodies we can give away. And when people win, you're going to have to email me with your information. I'll get all your information down, and then we will send you out, or not send you out, but we will mail you. I will order it for you and mail it to you. One of these hoodies. So I will show you what we're going to get to you. So if it's anyone's first time, they can know what's going on here. Okay. There we are. So here's what we're looking at, and you can tell me the color, and then you got to tell me the size and all that stuff, obviously, that you want. But those are the color options. These are the ones I'm going to send you. Okay, so if you're a dude, you're going to get a Mr. Apologetic one. This is the one I have. I really like this. I really like the material and all that stuff for these premium hoodies. So you're either going to get one of these. If you're a lady, you're going to get one of those. And you're going to get a one I don't have, because I don't have the one that says Apologia Center on there. If you are, and you could get, you will get to choose as to which sweater you want and color you want, or you can get the classic, right? Now, this one is the bald, bearded, and biblical one. That's the one I have as well. It's got the logo on the back. Tell me the sizes. This one only comes in 3 sizes. It's going to come in that, red, or white. And if you want this, I'd go with this color. That's my personal choice. I'll tell you this, these Teespring, essentially, I realized, because I had ordered one, and I realized somebody else had ordered a shirt and it hasn't been delivered yet. It says printing. I was checking. It says printing. So I got in touch with them today. I'm waiting for their response. And I got to figure out kind of why those two things are on hold, because I ordered some other stuff and those arrived. So I'll figure that out so we don't kind of have hiccups and you're not just waiting for a long time. But they should be, once we do the stream, you win, you get those in like probably 2 weeks or something like that. I think at the very minimum, we're going to go give away 4 or 5 of these hoodies. So there'll be 4 or 5 winners when we do the stream to give those away. When are we going to do the stream, you might be asking? Well, that's a really good question. We might do the stream either tomorrow night or Wednesday night. They will be at night. The streams will be at night. I will, once I decide, sometime today, I will decide when we're doing it. I will generate the stream, and and then you'll know what's going on, whether it's Tuesday night or Wednesday night. Okay? And so that way you can make sure to be on there. We'll make it fun. We'll play some games. We'll have the lines open. People will call in. We'll try to have some fun with it. So all that stuff. And I see this man knows what's up. He says wearing that. I'm assuming wearing that is going to force me to know my stuff before I go out in public. Well, hey, Yeah, I mean that's pretty good way of thinking about it. Amen to that. Well, look, you don't have to know everything. I mean, it's one of the things I will say regularly to people is whenever people ask you questions and you don't know the answer, it's a great opportunity to have a second conversation by telling someone, "I don't know the answer. That's a good question. I don't know. Let me get back to you." Now you've scheduled a second conversation. You go study your stuff. Go back, have that conversation. Okay. Vicente, how you doing? You Americans are weird because you upsize everything. When I was with my grandma and we were buying clothes that were triple extra large clothes, and your small clothes are equivalent to our medium ones. This is true. I have learned this sort of the hard way by buying some stuff on the internet from England, and I thought their large and our large are the same, and they are not the same. Just for you guys to know. Hey, what's going on, Agape? How you doing? Caleb says, "Are you trilingual?" No, I am not trilingual. My wife is trilingual. Caleb, I know Armenian and English. You know, I know words in Farsi, but I don't speak Farsi. That was my parents' secret language, so I've picked up words. I know the meanings and all that stuff. But no, I'm not trilingual. I have a lot of friends that are trilingual. Amen to that. Again, if you're a new subscriber and it's your first time on here, drop a comment. Say, hey, it's my first time here. We'd like to welcome you with a crowd cheer, clapping for you. So, also, if you guys have some videos that you'd like me to respond to, I would love to do that. We're all good with that. W for the wife. Well, yeah. When are you going to bring your wife on as on a live stream? So here's what my wife refuses to come on. Agape. My wife says she will come on if she has a list of questions already set to go. She likes to be a lot more planned than me. So that's how we can have her back on. If she has if we develop a set of questions for her and she comes on and we go back and forth on that stuff. And I don't know how, maybe we can like do, I don't know, somebody in Discord can like compile a set of questions. Hello, Arthur. Congrats on the 7K subs. Thank you very much, Josh. Good comeback for Liverpool against Fulham for the draw. Didn't agree with the red card on Robertson, though. God bless. So I thought it was a red card. I just think that there should have been one given against them as well. I think the referee didn't do such a good job. Thank you. Very happy that Juve beat Man City. I'll tell you that. So congrats on that. He said, "Never gonna let the internet see my fam. Not gonna lie." Well, that's fine. My wife has been on the stream. We've done kind of marital advice episodes, so that's cool. Oh wow, man! People coming in here hot. Jerome, are you seeing what people are saying here? No. Oh, man. Almost made a mistake there. See what's going on? I gotta keep my sounds. Let's see if they're coming through now. I like this. The conversation is going to be about Jerome. This is amazing. Anyone else notice Orthodox Church being more popular on YouTube, more Christians on YouTube? Yeah, I think people are realizing that you can do a lot of stuff, a lot of ministry on YouTube. Arthur, I have a believer friend who recently told me, I think Jesus was just a smart dude, more of a philosopher. How do you respond to this? I respond to that by saying and asking him, do you think that's what Jesus thought about himself? So the question really comes down to is, do you think Jesus thought about that about himself? And the Jesus close friends who we have the information about Jesus from, did they think that about Jesus? Like, it's fine for you to have your own opinion about Jesus. What did Jesus think about himself? I don't know. Like, there's a like people can make these comments kind of in a simplistic way, but like, let's not confuse this. Let's not get arrogant enough to think that our opinion of Jesus is going to matter more than Jesus' opinion of himself. That's what I would say to that, Richie. Agape says, I don't know why. I assume JR is married. No, he's not. Just saying, ladies, he's not. Man, we're gonna find Jerome a wife. Y'all need to like guesstimate on the age stuff because I don't want to put information out there, but just saying. People have been doing matchmaking attempts on me on this channel for actually 18 months. Well, maybe I will approve with the newer ones than the older ones. So that's the problem. This guy's read the Bible, knows his stuff. He just recently started saying stuff like this. I want to know where it's coming from. There has to be a source on that. I want to know. I would ask questions of what's going on. Why are you doubting something? So he would have to be doubting all the accounts. All the accounts of Jesus would need to get doubted. Like anything in the Bible would need to be thrown out in order for him to have that opinion of Jesus. The question is, on what basis is he throwing all that stuff out? Who's he listening to? Where's that information coming from, Richie? That's very important. Well, now they can find you a Christian wife, Jerome. Now they can find you a Christian wife.
This is serious.
Jerome is so single. Jesus, like, come on, man. Come on, bro. There aren't enough Protestants talking about Orthodoxy. That's generally because Protestants haven't historically interacted with Orthodoxy because they've interacted with Catholics. So that's partly why, Vicente. Anthony Sanchez, how you doing? Hey, Anthony, is it your first time on this stream? Are you a first-time person on a live stream? Because forgive me, but I don't remember your name. I try to remember, I guess, consistent viewers' names. Pretty good with that. If it is, let us welcome you. Let us know that, man. That's hilarious. And I'm just saying, Jerome is hey, look at that. Yes, ma'am. The Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Have you seen Creating Christ, and what are your thoughts if so? I have not seen that. I don't know what that is. Creating Christ. I'm curious on this. I really do, man. Hey, if you want to put your age out there, you can, Jerome. If you want to say this is how Jerome, if you go, you don't even have to put your age out there, but you can say, I'm willing to date and get married with a woman that is, let's just say 22 to like 28, right? I don't know. You can write that, and then who knows? There might even be some women in the chat that are like, "Hey, man, I like Jerome. I've interacted with him. They might reach out to me and be like, Art, can you put us in touch with Jerome?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I mean, I'd love to." Anthony's first time here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, welcome Anthony. Anthony, thanks for being here, man. Much love to you. So look, Richie, I'll teach you how to have conversations that are practical, that are fun, without it getting defensive. One of the things you ought to do in conversations is whenever someone makes a claim or a statement, you might want to ask clarifying questions. So suppose your friend says, "Hey, I think Jesus was just like a philosopher and X, Y, and Z," whatever you said, right? So I might ask a question like, so you ask a clarifying question. You might say like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And they might say, "Well, are you saying the Bible is wrong about who he is?" And you might say yes. And I might ask another question, and the question would be something like, "How did you come to that conclusion?" Now, if do I have Tactics in front of me? So get the book Tactics. I don't know what it is. There it is. It's sitting over there on my shelf. But buy the book Tactics. It'll help you how to have conversations like that. Great book. Somebody dropped the link to Tactics in the description box to help Richie out. But ask some clarifying questions. How did you come to that conclusion? You can't just have opinions on matters without having a justifiable way of coming to conclusions on those matters. Jamie's so old, he told Moses to find him a wife. That's hilarious. That is not my voice. That was your. That's not my voice. It is a Persian accent, and I haven't. I can't believe you guys haven't heard this one. Here we go. I'll let you in on some of the.
I have enough experience to handle you. What are you doing? I didn't want to hurt him, but he made me.
I didn't want to hurt him.
I didn't want to hurt him, but he made me.
And
this is serious.
I like this one too. This is a recent one.
My Bible says so. My Bible says so.
That's an actual person that called my channel. Was making fun of me, so I clipped his voice. Very interesting how this became a dating channel randomly. It's not a dating channel. I'm just saying, man. There's single ladies in the chat that might be interested. Just saying, they might be interested. Jerome. There we go. Big shout outs to Greg Kokel. That's funny. Question: what do you mean by that? How did you come to that conclusion? Yeah, that's, dude, you can live your life on those two questions. Arthur, but my mom says that she wants me to marry an Ethiopian woman. How do you know there isn't an Ethiopian woman watching this channel right now? And I sometimes attempt to jokingly criticize her for thinking this, but I'm lazy. Hey, it's fine for your mom to want you to marry an Ethiopian woman, but it could also be that if you take someone who's not an Ethiopian woman home and your mom meets her, changes her mind. Just saying, because of how awesome that woman might be. There we are. Thank you. Mods on it, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds like Pasabi. It's not Pasabi. I love Jamie's just like going for like he's shooting his shot, man. He's like, look, I'm 41. I'm Seventh-day Adventist. If anybody's interested, maybe we can have a dating night thing. Ruslan did that one. But actually, hey, Ruslan did that on a Friday night, and he told me this. There's a couple that got married from that stream. They met and they got married. I can time my own. Like, you got to say, hey, man, here's my job. This is what's going on. All that stuff. Hey, Jerome, did your mom marry an Ethiopian man? Hey, Jamie, you're getting kind of creepy, dude. I love a woman cutting or combing my hair. That's just weird, man. We are not. We are not. Oh, there's a bee in here. Yay. Hello, bee. There's a bee in here that'll probably die very soon. My folks met my wife for the first time, and my dad said, okay, thank God it's a woman.
This is serious.
Jimmy's in the house. Good afternoon, Arthur. God bless you, and I pray for all your family in the Lord. Here have felt his grace and love today. Blessings to you all, man. Blessings to you as well, brother. Arthur survived the 6.66K threshold. It must have been awkward month. Let's rush to 7. Hey, it actually wasn't even a day. I have a picture of it. We have a screenshot of hitting 6.666. And yeah, hey, we will rush there. Let's do that, man. I'm feeling that, bro. This bee is like above me. Even though I'm not allergic, so if it stings me, it won't go crazy. Where are we at, folks? Where are we at? Hey, we're at 7,089. I think we're gonna hit 7,100 today. This live stream is extra funny today. Hey, we're doing good. Yeah, you're sitting there talking about I want a woman to comb my hair and brush my teeth or something. Okay, look, Agape, I appreciate this. I appreciate this. She says, I've been single since I came to the Lord. Praise God. It's good news. Now he has to have his input in who I marry. And then my mom can have her opinion. Wow, that's a woman who knows what she wants and what the Lord thinks. That is, I ain't even going to say anything, but hey, just saying. He's got jokes, ladies and gentlemen. He's got jokes. Well, yeah, and it wasn't for a month. Like, it went away really quickly, this whole 666 thing. Arthur is just jealous that he don't have hair. So don't get salty, Jamie. You know what? I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you two pictures, as a matter of fact. I think I have it on my computer. So both of these are going to be Arthur with hair. So all the haters know that Arthur had hair at one point or another, and he was. This is such a hilarious. I can't believe I'm going to show this picture. That's Arthur with hair. I don't even know when this is, but this is a while ago. I'm in my like early 20s here. So there's that. And then I don't know whether I showed my baptism picture here too. Like there's a picture of me getting baptized, someone said. Whoa. Back off, man. I'm gonna smack this thing. Oh, I smacked it, but it's still flying around. Got too close for comfort there, man. Just likes the light, I guess. Getting super aggressive. I can't spot the baptism one for some reason. I'll find it. Hey, Gore, what's going on, man? He said, and that's how Arthur gets stung by a bee. It might be, man. This guy is like seriously aggressive right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. Scroll, 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 scroll. Scroll some more. That's yours truly getting baptized. Look at that head of hair. That I'm like 21 or 22 in this picture. I had hair. Hey, welcome, Raven. Thanks for being a member, man. Appreciate it. Great name. Oh, it is. It's definitely angry. I'm gonna kill this thing. It comes close to me. I'm gonna smack it. And this guy's got jokes too. Well, hey, who knows? Man, you guys all like threw the whole vibe off. We were trying to find Jerome a wife. Arthur still hasn't answered for contributing to narrowing my marriage pool. In other contexts, he'll be criticized for bro. You missed it. You missed it. I don't know what to say. Just saying. No, we're not having Nick Quint sing. I use facial hair and this mop on top to hide my toxic crusader vibe. Oh man. I do have a lower, by the way, that is on a certain weapon. That is a crusader. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on the unity of the universal church within the next 100 years? Do you think the Orthodox, Protestant, and Roman church will become more united? The things of God, I don't feel like I've seen you on this channel, so welcome. Let me know if it's your first time. I want to give you a clap welcome. Oh man, what are my thoughts on this? Do I think it'll get more united? No, I don't think so, unless that you're talking about like denominations essentially changing their views theologically. Maybe in like practice or action. I mean, I was very interested. It was very interesting to me, and I haven't done any research on this, but it was very interesting to me as to a clip I saw of the Pope talking about how Martin Luther was right about the justification issue, and he essentially said that we all now agree with Martin Luther, which I was like, wow, man, that's the Pope is coming out and saying that the Protestant view, or at least the Lutheran view of justification by faith alone, is the correct view. Do you guys see this? Have you guys seen responses to this, or like even Catholic kind of reactions to this? Maybe Trent Horn has done something on it. I don't know. Trent Horn. Let's see if Trent Horn's. I like listening to Catholics kind of respond to this sort of stuff. So here's a crazy. Here, I just pulled up a video, and it's 1 year ago. Trent Horn hit 100,000 subscribers and did a special, and as of right now, he has 184,000 subscribers. So he's gotten 84,000 new subscribers this year. Phenomenal. Let's see. Nope. I'm not seeing him do something on the Pope. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
This is a sickness of the highest order.
Amen to that on the hair. Look at that. No, but now there are millions of people that I can't marry. Marry now via obligation. There was always millions of people that you couldn't marry based on your preference in life, Jerome. And if your mom's views are as strong as they could be, it's possible that number reduced significantly because they're not Ethiopian. And it's always been like that, let's just say. Amen to that. So it's not just Catholic Lutherans. It's the Pope saying that Luther was right. It's not in English, so I'm trusting the Pope says Luther was right. AB, you're asking for it, man. So I guess this is an older video. This is not a new video. I'm sorry. I thought this was a new video. I'm looking at a video. It says 2 years ago. So it must have resurfaced or something like that. Ooh, come on now. Come on now. So I'm looking at this video. Yeah, I don't like what this channel is called. So, but that video's from 2 years ago. So it makes sense why, certain people haven't responded to it. Makes absolute sense. You know what? I think Trent Horn did make a response when this all broke. So not really necessary for me to come out and make something, but I will go back and watch that. Do y'all have questions? Hey, how about I drop a link? Man, I want some atheists to like call in and challenge me and say stuff about Christianity, accuse the Bible of being made up. Like, do we have people like that? Anybody want to call in? Hey, if y'all want to call in, link has been dropped. You're more than welcome to. So remember, tomorrow night or Wednesday night, we will stream and give away some hoodies, some Apologia Center hoodies. We're gonna have a fun stream. We'll answer questions. We'll have people call in, and we'll give away some gifts. I might actually mix it up. I might send you guys I think we have some mugs too that we can give away. Let me see. Yeah, we got mugs. If anybody wants a mug, we can ship you a mug. But it's winter, man. I kind of want to give away the hoodies. The hoodies and they're also more expensive. To get Alex O'Connor to call in to defend himself. That'd be funny. It's not about reviving it. I just like having conversations with atheists that are aggressive. I like the aggressive types, man. Like Jerome, you came in as like a pretty aggressive atheist. You're like, Arthur, you're a stupid guy. You don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, hey, bro, what's up? What's your name? I don't. Hey, Jerome, do you know what the first conversation was that we had? That'd be really interesting to go back and visit. Only if you have touched a dead carcass and that third thing, whatever that third thing was that Samson did that he wasn't supposed to do. Go look it up. That's a good question. How long have we been on? 52 minutes. There's no way I can imagine Jerome calling you stupid. No, but he probably thought it. He was probably like watching me trying to give explanations of, God and his existence. And he was like, this guy's stupid. Was studying Carl Jung and integration of shadow, ran into Crowley and Thelma and Luciferianism. Okay. Trying to find out where I went wrong. Some of it makes sense. Wait until you watch Creating. Look, I can just like ignore all those people because it seems like they like symbolic nonsense. Creating Christ, official documentary. This is an hour and 50 minutes. Is that the one? Is that the one, Anthony, that you're talking about? It's a 1 hour and 49 minutes, 28 seconds, Creating Christ. Because if it is, I will watch this. And then if there's things I would like to respond to it, then I can. Aggressive atheists, in my opinion, sometimes have intense emotional doubts. Sometimes they use intellectual doubts to mask emotional ones.
This is serious.
I remember what it was. I stalled to call in for a month because of the Premier League bet, and then all the Calvinists called me out for doing so. Yeah, but I want to remember what the actual conversation was. Question: most rigorous and fun atheist philosopher. Most rigorous and fun usually doesn't go together. Like if you're really rigorous, you're not fun. And you're fun, you're really I should say. So I don't know whether somebody would consider Graham Oppie fun, but he's definitely rigorous. Fun, Michael Roos, who just recently passed away, just really enjoyed listening to him, had a certain charm about him that I really, really liked. Rigorous thinker, I don't know if I would say a rigorous atheist in regards to his atheism, if that makes sense. Because I think some of the stuff Michael Roos would say, I was just like that's not that strong of an argument. Jared says, my first ever text on YouTube, I got timed out. Arthur thought it was a bad joke on another channel. Okay. Did I think that you were stupid? Probably not. I was just happy that I found reverse atheist experience because Christians don't have call-in shows for some reason. That's a good question. I don't know what. So he said I would love that. So I will check this out when I have some time. I got a packed week this week, guys. Even today, I was really thinking about not streaming because I have a lot of work that needs to get done. Bro, you're getting too close, man. Smack you again. I'm gonna keep it as a pet here. Just beat it up. Fenton said, "Yeah, I thought of Oppie at first too. Yeah, I think he's probably the best one out there." Sad thing is that he's not the sort of guy that gets invited on all these podcasts and writes books like Richard Dawkins and says random stuff. Like he's well thought out. This thing's about to die. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to share with you some very sad news. This bee has passed away because it was annoying. So, rest in peace, bee. What living atheist YouTuber would you most love to debate? What topic? Oh man, debate. Man, I've like moved with the older I've gotten, the less I like formal debates. But I would really like to have a like informal conversation with someone like Alex O'Connor, and I just really genuinely like Alex. I think he's really fun to speak with. So, topic. I don't know. I don't know what topic I would choose. I maybe something that has to do with I don't know, like the difference a Christian life makes as to an atheist life or something like that. And like the consistencies in it. Where was the mind of the Logos while Jesus was for dividing cells in the womb of Mary? And then he tagged me incorrectly. Where was the mind of the Logos attached to the cells that were developing, is what I would say, because that's what the incarnation is. So you are not a fan of symbolism. I don't mind symbolism as long as we know that those things we're talking about were meant to be used as symbols. What I don't like is people reading the Bible. This is one of my main beefs with Jordan Peterson. I love Jordan Peterson, but one of my main beefs with Jordan Peterson is that he symbolizes and gives kind of analogical meaning to things that aren't the case. I just refreshed my YouTube page and there's a video that popped up that's from Anton Wisbisky, who's the guy that made the connection for Wes and that whole Carson situation, and says why Jesus' name changed. And they're doing a whole thing on him saying that Hail Zeus means Jesus is from this is oh man. I remember seeing videos like this of Billy Carson, probably this past year or last year, where he was, the dude was saying, Jesus means Hail Zeus. You can't make this stuff up. Oh man, it's hilarious. These people are something else. Hey, big shout out to Armet again, gifting away some channel memberships, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really appreciate that, brother. And y'all are welcome. Everybody thank Armet for giving away those memberships, man. I'm catching up. Oh, I know that's not a joke. We've spoken about this quite a bit. Do you know how the bee got in? I do know how the bee got in. It was a part of a whole host of bees that were around my studio. Fatality. It was. I like that one. That's good. For the homies. Hey, Syrup, how you doing? It'd be an epic stomp. I think that people in the chat asked me about what I believe. That question is vague. We spoke about Kant, consequentialism, and then we spoke about the Premier League for a while. I think I kind of want to check it out, I'm guessing. So does it, how come I'm not, I don't see who got the memberships on StreamYard. Okay, let me see. StreamYard does not tell me who got the membership, but this is a sneaky way of knowing who's in the background and that's not watching, is that you give away memberships and then they pop up. Jamie, big congrats. Chris, Lucas, you got one. Nick Norelli got one. Crew Smitty got one. On Fire for Jesus got one. Polska Trucker got one. Hey, Narek got one. Y'all need to thank our man. David A. Living for Christ was gifted a membership. My buddy David, how you doing? Pray Jonah, Sad Bunny got one. Man, y'all need to thank RMM for giving you channel memberships. Thank you very much, RMM. He said, just got emailed that I was gifted a membership to this channel. Thank you. There you go. There's the things. Ales use is not a stretch. It's made up. Absolutely made up. What's the biggest belief you had that took you for a long time to change your mind on? Example, the Trinity. For me, the biggest one was giving up a futurist premillennial view of end times. I want to see if there's another one. Probably another one that's like I haven't really given up, but I'm a lot more open to an idea that took me for a while would be certain forms of annihilationism. I was very much against it in the beginning, predominantly because I didn't know kind of a good version. Right. And as I read more and I spoke to people more, I don't hold to it, but I'm okay with other people holding to it, and I respect those people because I see their arguments. Yeah, that's interesting there. So I don't know how the channel membership stuff works because I thought the channel membership, when somebody gives channel memberships, it goes to people who are currently inside the stream. But it seems like that's not true. It kind of just like Russian roulettes your entire subscriptions, your subscribers, and then just gifts it to people. That's even cooler, by the way. That's like way cooler. Well, yeah, murder is a sin. Bees aren't people, so therefore I didn't murder anyone. Were you talking about that crazy guy Felix at Speaker's Corner? He was an American and kept saying Jesus was a Mexican name. No, that's not true. I haven't even seen this. People can't be bro. Like that's an insult to my intelligence and the intelligence of everybody out there. Dang, man. People, y'all need some help. Ah, these are such good pictures. My wife just sent me some really cool pictures. I can't. Sometimes I just can't, man. Feel like I'm coming home finding channels like yours. I admit my curiosity leads me down dark paths, but has also brought light to my path. Raised Baptist from Tulsa, Oklahoma, but no church for 20 years. Wow, Anthony. Look, stick around on this channel, Anthony. I think just like the responses and the questions, like I was actually, I would have done that response sort of live, but it's an hour and a half or something, an hour and 50 minutes or whatever it was. So, which means I essentially need to sit down and watch it. And this stuff takes time. I got to sit down and watch it. I probably watch it on like 1.5 speed. And then I have timestamps that I'll take down. And then when I do a reaction, then I can just jump through that stuff and come up with some kind of a response. But I appreciate you being here. And yeah, it's excellent stuff. Hey, no doubt, man. I didn't give it away, Nick. Arama did, so thanks to him. I think the most debated topics regarding Christianity, the problem of evil, suffering, biblical sexuality, gender roles, violence in the Old Testament, the Bible, and the Trinity. Would you have to look? I would actually take away from this, like, well, sort of, like biblical sexuality and gender roles has historically not really been issues. They're issues for modern people, and they're even issues for like modern Westerners, like Americans. They're not really issues for other people. Would I add to this? Probably the exclusivity of Christianity is something I would add to this. Like, why is Christianity exclusive? That's a conversation that comes up quite a bit. Going back to what happened on the start of the stream, in all seriousness, I'm not sure that I'm that bothered about marriage. I don't know. Maybe Arthur can force me to care somehow. So he's essentially saying he doesn't really have a strong desire to get married. I like how this stopped being a dating channel over 20 minutes ago. Well, look, man, if you don't want to get married, don't get married. But just saying, you can if you want to. And if you want to, just saying we can put it out there and be like, hey man, this dude's a good dude. And he's looking for a wife. And then see what happens. Hey, is it okay if I promote some stuff right now? Oh, I shouldn't have closed that. Bad idea, Arthur. Sorry, I messed up. Had a bunch of tabs open, closed it. Hey guys, for those who are new to this channel, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. We had someone who became a channel member. We had someone who gave away. Wow, just threw my mic down. That's what happens when you talk with your hands. Who gave away channel memberships. And appreciate that stuff quite a bit. Really do. Okay. But one of the other ways you can actually support this channel is by, oh man, I thought I had a shared screen there. Is by checking out our Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to Patreon, that's the Patreon. I got to change this banner. This is an old banner. We got to change this up. And wow, maybe I should change the logo on this, but we'll see. And so if you go there, you can become a patron. And those are the prices for becoming a patron. And or you can just go and join Patreon as a free. If you can see over here, it says we have 72 members. Not all of those members are paid members. Some of them actually are. Some of those folks are just free members, and there's a bunch of stuff we put up there. If we take a live stream down, if you have a full live stream and we take it down, it'll get put up there. Still in the process. I need people to respond to the Bible study stuff if they want to have a Bible study, so we can set those up for everybody on Patreon. So lots of cool stuff. We'd really appreciate the support for the channel as it grows. Yeah. Enough said about that. Hey man, what's going on? You're not late. You're never late. Should I be getting updates from Patreon when things go up or posts? I think so. I get updates when other people post things on Patreon. So, yeah. It should be coming in your email. I messed up my whole mic setup. Now I'm gonna have to tinker with this thing. One day I will be able to support you and our brothers and sisters in Christ. I pray for you all. Hey, thank you, Jay Rich. Appreciate it. Pray for us. And we're doing ministry. I know plenty of people, obviously, we talk about money and supporting the work we do, that I call digital evangelism. Apart from apologetics, we're doing digital evangelism. That's very important for us. And for me, and so, yeah, we need prayer, man. We really do. Like, so don't forget to pray for those people that are benefiting you and in your life and your walk with the Lord. So that means quite a bit for me, bro. He was too late to see Apologia Center matchmaking. Unfortunate for him. Well, your loss, my guy. I feel like Nick's the only person who's been asking questions today. Favorite video game to play when relaxing by yourself? Me, I play Nintendo 64 Mario Kart. Favorite video game to play is definitely FIFA. So I'm not like, I don't go like, oh man, I got to pull out my Super Nintendo. Like I pull out FIFA. One of the things, or whatever it's called now, EA. So what I do is I usually will start when I get the game, and I haven't gotten 25 yet, but when I get the game, I'll start a career mode with a character I'll create. Like this past year, I created my son as a character in the game, and we've been playing his career essentially. So start on a small team, develop that, move on to bigger teams. The goal is to get to Liverpool. And that's fun. Are you going to go see Interstellar in IMAX? I didn't even know that was a thing that was happening. Thanks for letting me know. What's the brand name of your microphone? This is the Shure. This is the Shure SMB7B. Shure SMB7B. If you don't want to spend money on this, I got a really, really good deal on this. Like my buddy texted and said, hey, the office next to us is going out of business and they have this mic for sale. Like this is, in my opinion, the best mic you can have for podcasting and all that stuff. If you can't afford that, I recommend going with this model, which is the one I had and still have, obviously. Still want to use it. And this is also Shure. It doesn't have the model number on here. Which one is it? Whatever. So look it up. It's the one beneath this in regards to. Oh, here it is. Shure MV7. That's the MV7. Great mics, both of them. I think when you get this model, you're not going to need another mic. That's how good it is. My son is trying to get to Aston Villa, the better team. This season that we played, I actually, right before Liverpool, we ended up at Villa because they were the ones giving the contract. Ended up at Villa, had a phenomenal season, finished second in the league, got him into the Champions League, obviously. I think we won the FA Cup with Villa and then transferred to Liverpool. And did the quadruple with Liverpool. And then there were some things a couple of seasons at Liverpool, there were some markers I didn't meet. So they released me, this is what I hate about the game. They release you for like the dumbest stuff, even though you have a really good season. And I ended up at Real Madrid, which just doesn't make sense. This is true. What worship music have you been listening to lately? Christmas hymns, carols. That's what I've been listening to. Good reminder, I forgot about this one. There are parts of the Bible where it speaks about Jesus doing the will of the Father and not his own. Does that mean that they have different wills? No, that means he's submitting his will to the Father's will. Now, remember, Jesus lived the authentically human life. So not necessarily that they have different wills in the sense of the second person of the Trinity and the Father, right? The Son and the Father have individual wills, but those wills don't contradict. Just telling you what kind of orthodox explanations of these things are. Jesus, the person, obviously is limited in a lot of ways. And he has to bring his will as a human being, because remember, he lived a life that you and I cannot live. He regularly had to bring his will into submission of the Father's will. And so that's what the language is about, him submitting his will to the Father's will. Like the best example of this you can see is probably in the Garden of Eden. I saw Garden of Eden. Wow. Okay, come back. The best example of this you can see is in the garden where he's praying, Gethsemane. And he says, let this cup pass from me. Like Jesus has the desire not to go through this suffering. But he says, not my will, but yours be done. So best example of this you can see is actually him not wanting necessarily, not desiring is probably the way I would put it, not desiring to go to the cross, but submits himself to the will of the Father. So that's a really good question, Joel. Try to guess what caused me to ask that question. Listening to some Muslim apologist. Arame gifted that to you, so thank you very much. How long have you been wearing glasses, even ever wear contacts? So I've been wearing glasses since senior year of high school. Have I ever worn contacts? I have worn contacts. I stopped wearing them because they started giving me massive, massive headaches because of the prescription changes. But I wore them for a couple of years. Doc said I need reading glasses with my contacts. Been wearing glasses since the first grade. Wow. Yeah, I just get LASIK, bro. I might get that. But even if I get LASIK, I'm gonna wear fake glasses. I'll probably wear glasses that block screen light and stuff. I like wearing glasses. Part of the reason why I haven't like rushed to get LASIK. But I also what I don't like about wearing glasses is when I play soccer, I need glasses to see. So like getting LASIK would be really, really awesome for sports, outdoors activities that I don't like. Glasses are just like annoying to have. But generally, I like having glasses. This guy said, why transfer? Been trying to start my channel up legit, but not sure what my focus will be. Thinking about just reading the Bible in my radio voice to start. Do you want to do a channel like that, or do you want to do that other thing that you have an expertise in, Jimmy? So to ask yourself, you should ask yourself, what is the thing that you really enjoy doing and that you can see growth in? Oh, okay. Wearing glasses right now. A bunch of family have received LASIK, but I haven't taken the leap. Is there a secret meaning of the land of milk and honey? No, it just means abundant land. There's no secret meaning. Abundance. Who thought it was linked? No, I agree with Arthur. Find something that you really enjoy. Talking about personally, for my channel, I gravitate towards mental health content and theology and apologetics. Yeah. I mean, like, sometimes people like get serious about God or become Christians and they want to do YouTube and they go, oh, I'll start a Christian sort of channel. And my response is, it's okay. Like I regularly think about starting like a soccer channel. I want my wife to start an English channel, like teaching English for non-English speakers, like zero English knowledge. I think in 2025 we're going to start this. I've spoken about it. I just need to like essentially force her to do it because she's so reluctant and hesitant, and she just needs to teach. She doesn't have to do anything else. I can do all the production stuff, but she's really good at it. She's a believer. She doesn't like being on camera, so it just doesn't. Again, you might have hobbies and things that you really enjoy. My recommendation would be focus on those things, because you might actually do quite a bit of evangelism and quite a bit of friendship building and all of that stuff through finding mutual hobbies with people. And so if I start, let's just say if I start a football channel, right? You already have a football channel. Yeah, well, this one might be it, huh? Like if I'll give you an example. The other day, I was talking to a guy who's a United fan, and we were talking about like going to the pub, and he's an atheist, we were having a conversation about religion, and then towards the end of the conversation, we were speaking about like ending up at a pub and watching a game together. So it's good to develop and create kind of personal relationships with people over things that you just have mutually in common, and just live out your Christian life in the midst of that. That's important, and that's good. And I don't think if somebody becomes a Christian, they should immediately be like, oh, I should go into ministry. Like, no, ministry might not be for you. As a matter of fact, I think there's quite a bit of people. I think there's quite a bit of people who are in ministry who shouldn't be in ministry. The other thing is not really my passion. Okay, it's just fun. Well, could be argued, huh? If it's fun, then super. You like it. I feel like I'm the poster boy for Jack of all trades, master of none, thinking about a channel in which I just learn more. That's the channel, bro. Jimmy. That's the channel. Like something like Learn with Jimmy. I don't know. And so here, and you might not want to do this, and you don't have to. But think about it, Jimmy. You invite people to learn things with you that you don't think you know very well. I got a buddy like this, by the way. He's been on my channel, but he's like, man, I want to learn how to like change oil on a car, and he'll just learn it. Oh, I want to learn how to put up drywall, and he just learn it. Like, imagine doing all that stuff, and then just people watching you learn these things. I think there's room for that. There might be some channels out there like that, but notice it gets boiled down. And sometimes that means reading the Bible. Sometimes that means like learning theology and all that. And sometimes that means taking apart a gun and putting it back together because you're learning to do that. So I think there might be an audience towards that. So the explanation before Jesus submits his will, but it's not different. That's not how that works in other sentences. That's a very confusing sentence for me, bro. I don't know what you're saying here. Have you seen the new Mary movie on Netflix? No. Mike Winger said it was trash. My buddy from my church, our worship leader, was watching it, and he said he turned it off. And I don't know whether I want to waste my time watching something like that. I might, just so I can say I've watched it, but I didn't hear very good things about it. So seems like it's like Gnostic mambo jumbo. Maybe Jim of all trades, master of none. Hey, look at there. We're developing ideas here. Sounds like a good idea. Hey, two things. Having known Arthur way before Apologia Center, he has been a brother to me and helped me understand God. Praise to our Lord Jesus Christ. Arma, thank you, man. I'm very proud of you. And yeah, just really awesome seeing where you've come. And we have known each other for a very long time. Arama has seen me do apologetics one-on-one. Hello, Ivan. I'd follow that channel if they're learning interesting things. Again, this is good feedback from the crowd here in regards to Jimmy. You also have to overlap with people trying to learn a specific thing you've made a video on. So again, yeah, that's important. Like, for example, suppose, again, I gave the gun idea, like taking a gun apart, cleaning it, putting it back together. And now you might know how to do that already, right, Jimmy? But you might be like, there might be a very, very difficult gun to do that with. And you're like, I'm going to take on the challenge. And learning how to do that and going through the in editing, post-production kind of stuff, you can always fast forward you putting the gun together, just all that stuff. And people watching you do it are definitely going to learn from you. Like recently I had to fix some leak in my house and learn to solder, and I watched YouTube videos. It's interesting watching someone teach you how to solder versus someone who is learning it as they're doing it. I think that's a pretty cool dynamic to create. There are channels where a guy does dad things to fill the void of fatherless kids trying to learn basic male things. Your idea for Jimmy could be similar to that. There we go. Arthur, how does it feel to have 7,000? That's not 900, by the way. That's 7,090 subscribers. I feel 94. I'm telling you guys, we're going to hit, definitely going to hit 7,100 today. It's moving, and it's moving good, and it's moving fast, and I like it. I've always heard of people going through these experiences. I can't say I've ever lived this experience when I sleep and wake up and I got like 50 new subscribers. Now, again, considering the size of the channel, sometimes people have bigger channels and they sleep and wake up and they have, 5,000 new subscribers, which is phenomenal. But yeah, like I slept yesterday, woke up, and I was like, whoa, look at that. We got like 45 new subscribers. That's really cool. So it feels great, man. I'm really happy that there's some exposure coming to this channel. Because I've worked very hard on it. I'm very happy that we do live streams now and we don't have 2 people in it, and we have 28, 30 people like pretty consistently in it. People kind of finding out about, and I don't have to become something else. That's like really important for me, you guys. Like there's things that I think could trend. Let me say something here. There's things that I see other people do that I know I can get clicks and views on. It's just not my personality. Like I'm not Mike Winger. I love Mike Winger. He's great at what he does. I'm not Mike Winger. I'm not Mike Jones from Inspiring Philosophy. I'm not David Wood, right? I'm not Vocab. I'm not Ruslan. I'm me. I do evangelism and I do apologetics, and I try to be just who I am normally in person when you're hanging out. And I think people who know me and watch this channel like see that. For those of you guys, some of you guys might be in my comment section, like Aramet put something up and he knows me personally. Like it's just who I am. Like, so you'll see me calm most of the time, and sometimes people will say stuff and you get like a crazy reaction out of me. That's just because that's exactly what I do when I'm hanging out with people. And one of my friends says, dude, I came across this video and this video said X, Y, and Z. And I just like slap my head and kind of raise my voice. So I'm glad there's some exposure to the channel. I'm hoping, obviously, that it grows. I'm hoping that the ministry, remember, Apologia Center is a ministry. It's not just a YouTube channel. I'm praying and hoping that the ministry gets fully funded. We have essentially an annual budget about $72,000. Part of that has to do with funding the folks in Armenia doing work. We want to increase that. Yeah, we want to like do book translations into Armenia and various things about the Armenian ministry, but also like expand the work we do here. Like I always have ideas and I'm like, dude, I would need an editor for that. I'd need someone, like I do everything now. Like I have friends who volunteer and help out. Like I got a friend who sent me a script for a video. I got to go over it and then see if I can edit it and put it out. But essentially the more resources, then the more we can hire folks. Like I hate editing, but I have to do it because I have to do it. And so if the channel takes off and we're getting money coming in from AdSense and we're getting money coming in from support and all that stuff, then I can just worry about creating stuff. I can worry about like, so I'll tell you a difficulty here. Like I'll pick up books and I want to read the book, and I have to make a choice between editing a video that I've done and reading that book and kind of learning more so that I have more to give people. So that's just like the reality of it. Like I know for sure if I had people like doing editing work for me and I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to read more, I'm going to study more, I'm going to try to pay attention to what's going on in culture. So I've tried to get people on my side in regards to helping me do research of stuff I can respond to. That's just the reality of running a channel like this. You sort of need a crew behind you. That's why on Discord there's a tab for you guys to recommend videos for me to respond to, because that saves a lot of time. Seriously, I know this guy. He says I can confirm that's what Arthur is. Right? Jerome says, I don't get to say that I was here from the start, but being here from the 4, 5, 6, and 7K celebrations is really cool for me. So it's same here, man. Like some of you guys have been around for such a long time. Did you get my logos question? No. Like, for example, like even like equipment and stuff like that. Like quite a bit of stuff is donated for my friends and all that stuff. The Mac Mini that this is running on is donated. That's really like on its last leg, probably. That's the next thing we're gonna buy. We're gonna buy a new Mac Mini, so that everything functions better. So hopefully by, I don't know, end of January, February, if we get some funds coming in, we can buy that. The nicest compliment I got was, "You're exactly the same in person." Yes. I'm trying to find that logos question. Yeah, it seems like quite a bit of new agey stuff, by the way. So I haven't seen the logos question, man. Can you write that up again? Scrolling too much, missing what people are saying. I believe in free will, but I'm struggling with the idea of genetics determining intelligence. I'm having trouble reconciling the two if intelligence is genetic. Well, no, this is not very hard to reconcile, Armin. I'll tell you why. Like, so genetics determines whether I can fly or not. The genetics determines whether I can dunk a basketball or not, right? So genetics determines quite a bit of things in regards to abilities that I can do. So genetics determines whether I can grab a basketball with one hand like that. I can't. But Michael Jordan, being Michael Jordan, can grab the ball like that because his genetics are that way. Right? Genetics means that Cristiano Ronaldo has a ridiculous healing aspect to his body that I don't have. Gets injured, very rarely gets injured, doesn't get injured very much. And there's a number of other athletes that, and we never mind that stuff. But for some reason, when it comes to the intelligence issue, we think it's a free will issue question. It's not. It's not a free will question. It could be the case where genetics determines your mental abilities, just like the way it determines your dunking abilities because of your height or your hops or whatever like that. And not that you're going to be excuse the language, guys, but not that it means like you're going to be a stupid person, but there might be certain things you're not going to understand. So I'm not tripping out here not being really good at math, right? Like I'm horrendous at math, but some people are really, really good at it, and I'm not tripping at it. There's other things that I'm really good at. Can I call in? I would love to. Yeah, the link is dropped, bro. Like anybody can call in. You don't even have to super chat that, but thank you. Appreciate it. Said I was going to be better than Michael Jordan, but I didn't feel like practicing. I should say how long we've been on. Okay, now okay, we got some time. What's your response to individuals calling Christianity a cult or cult-like? Matter of fact, what's a good definition of a cult? I don't think there is a good definition of a cult. We were actually discussing this the other day. On the stream, I believe, sometimes my conversations with people kind of get mingled in my mind. I think it was on the stream we're discussing a cult. Nick remind me of this, and Jamie remind me of this. So I don't necessarily think there's a good definition of a cult, because depending on the kind of list you apply it to, anything can fit into that. Like if it's just size, then Christianity was a cult, no longer is, or Islam was a cult, no longer is. I don't have, because I lost this book, I don't have my book, Kingdom of the Cult, to see if they actually define what a cult is. But that's a really cool, actually, that's a really cool video idea. Maybe I should make a video on what is a cult. Define, explain. Yeah, like I don't mind. Like, look, if people are like saying, "Oh, Christianity is a cult," and my response generally to them would be something like, "Okay, congratulations. Is it true?" Maybe a part of the definition of a cult is this underlying assumption that all cults are false. And if that's the case, then Christianity can't be a cult because it's true, let's just say. But then everything else is a cult. If they're trying to like offend me, right? They're like, oh, Christianity is cult. And like they're thinking I'm going to be offended by this. And you had some people in the comment section come at it this way. My response generally to them is like, congratulations, happy birthday. You called Christianity cult. I'm not tripping out here. I'm not losing any sleep over it. So, yeah. What is it? Let me see. Armin, I'll get you in, man. I see you. So you're in the green room. So when you're ready, give me a thumbs up and then I'll let you know. Arthur, your channel calls me to get called a cultist for the first time. I'm not forgetting that, unfortunately. That's okay. Yes, we did. We talked about it the other day. Oh, that reminds me, I have a short video recommendation about cults that you may be interested in reviewing. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna bring Aram in. He's got a couple of questions, I think. I don't like that.
Hey.
What's up, bro?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, thanks so much. And hey to everyone here. God bless whoever's here. And yeah, I want to go a little bit further into the free will and genetics question, because it's something that really, for lack of a better term, disturbed my identity, because my family came to this country with the intention of the American dream, and you could really achieve what you want to achieve. Aside from, maybe acting or sports, you could achieve anything educationally. But what really shattered my identity and like not proud of being American, because I still love this kind, but it really gave me a big identity crisis, was understanding through Jordan Peterson. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, but he says that the scientific literature is very clear that IQ is, number one, legitimate, and number two, it's based on your genetics and your intelligence. And I understand that you're saying it's not something that's pretty easy to reconcile, but the reason it seems deterministic to me, because let's say I wanted to be a physicist, like since I was a kid, and then I go to college, let's say, and I take like the simplest physics class that everyone has to take. To help reconcile
Hey, I
that.
lost you, by the way. I lost you. You went. The screen went black when you said I
Yeah,
went
it's
into.
because someone called me and I blocked their call. So what part
Okay.
lost there?
But when you said take the simplest physics class.
Yeah, let's say I take it and like I fail it and like I just can't do it, and I try it again. I feel like it's just clear I can't do it. That's the part that's really, I would say, philosophically hard. Even though you spoke on it a little bit, I'd like to speak on it a little more, because it's very shocking to be raised in a certain thinking system, especially that immigrants are put in, that we could really do anything we want, but then you figure out later that that may not be true.
Yeah. The sports analogies are funny to me on this, because like people have told my kids like, oh, because my kids are in soccer essentially. And
Right.
like I've had people come and be like, hey, why don't you put your son in basketball? And I've looked at them and be like, because he has no chance. Like just it's
Yeah.
pointless to me.
Yeah.
It's pointless for me to put my sons in soccer because like sorry, not soccer, basketball, because like genetically it just doesn't make sense. He's probably got better chances in other sports. Now, like looking at my youngest son, I might put him in wrestling, not like WWE wrestling, but wrestling. But which is like, again, like look at Armenians and wrestlers; they do pretty good at it. But it's, I guess we would have to change our anticipation, the way like our parents raised us, right? Like Like I couldn't be a doctor. My dad would have loved for me to be a doctor, but like the older I got, the more I realized I'm just not really good at that kind of stuff. Okay, now my wife loves medical stuff, but she's fine with like blood and gore and all that stuff, which I'm not really fine with, but she's more
Right.
fine. But she says she doesn't have the memory to have like to go to have gone to medical school and memorized all that stuff. And so I think we like pivot in life in regards to like we figure out what we're really good at or what we're not good at. Again, like I've said this before, like math and science are probably my weakest subjects. Now that doesn't mean like I'm pretty sure if I applied myself and spent quite a bit of time, I'd do decent on it, but I wouldn't think I would do as good as say subjects like history, which for me are a lot more natural. They don't take much effort, and I really just enjoy it way more. Or like even philosophy, like so I struggled in philosophy. Like philosophy was very difficult for me.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I mean there's subjects and there's parts where like I really struggled, I had anxiety attacks, studying some stuff. Some of it was just like great. I kind of went with it and did really good, but some was very, very difficult. So you kind of pivot and you go, what are the things I'm better at as you're figuring it out? And you hone in your skills on those things. And you just perfect it, you become really good at it. Because the IQ stuff that I have an issue with is it's just the way data is. It really doesn't determine intelligence if I were to think about it properly. Maybe it might determine like your abilities in certain areas. So like I might not be able to go become a physicist, let's just say, but I might be like ridiculously good mechanic just because of the way my mind works, right? And like I don't think there's anything wrong with that or degrading about any of that stuff. Now, again, parents and kind of societal expectations and all that stuff, whatever they mean. I've shared about my brother, I think, and he's probably okay with me sharing this, but like my brother really hated education, hated school, and wasn't really good at it because he had learning disability. But he's really, really, really good at what he does. Like he's phenomenal at what he does at his job, and has achieved quite a bit of really, really cool stuff that actually like his job and people like him who have that job are the reason why the rest of us can exist in relative harmony and peace because of these people being really good at what they do. I can't hear you. You might be muted. You might want to call back. It might just kind of reset because it also froze. When you're back on, I'll bring you in. So I mean, these are serious questions, guys, and I think they go into. There you are. Yeah, so there's no audio coming through, and the other one is still here. So let me see if I can kick you from studio. Okay, kick. I can't hear you. Okay, there you are. Oh, your audio came back. I don't know what you did, but your audio came back. Armenians are good at throwing them fists. My first black eye came from an Armenian. Sorry about that. Awesome. You put your son wrestling. Terrible in math. Not that type of Asian. Oh gosh, you guys are something else. Me either. I could never be a doctor. I'm very sensitive. I'm musically inclined and really good with intellectual. Yeah, like I am musically not inclined. Let's put it that way. Like not good at it at all. Oh man, Agape's picking on Jerome. What are you picking on them? Jerome is kind of looks like you without the accent. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Cults are groups with false doctrines and beliefs. Okay, look, I suppose so, but that's pretty unhelpful because one would have to assume their position to be true in order to come to that conclusion like that, right? Like, so the Muslim who's looking at, and maybe that's general enough for it to make the case, like a group of people who hold to a religion that has false beliefs. But when you say false beliefs, it sort of immediately assumes you to be right. So Ahmed looks like an Ethiopian, kind of. He could. I mean, he's Armenian, so there could definitely be some kind of a connection in regards to we have similar features. I am much darker than him, I'll tell you that. Mess away, by the way, with Jerome. Bug him. This game ended 1-1. I said it was going to end 0-0, but wow, guys. Lucas Paqueta, 87th minute penalty. Bournemouth responds with a 90th minute goal. Man, I'm going to watch the highlights. This is exciting. How about that United comeback and beat City? Man, City is in trouble, you guys. My buddy was very happy that Chelsea could be top of the league next week by the time Liverpool plays. Got a really nice picture of my entire family in pajamas. Pajama day today for the kids. What's up, Alpha? How you doing, man? What are we on? 2:00. He said, let's go. There he is. He came out of the woodwork right there. He's like, let's go. Chelsea's going to be top of the league. Because Bruno is not a good player. Contrary to popular opinion, I don't think he's a good player. Most of that guy's goals come from penalty kicks. Maybe I should marry an Armenian instead. They're basically Ethiopian anyways. Or let me rephrase that. Maybe you should marry an Armenian because Ethiopians are Armenians, basically Armenians anyways. That's usually the way it's going to get framed, bro. Come on now. Where we at? Our Armenia channel is actually at 1487, 1,487 subscribers. There's a video that we put out on Richard Dawkins. There's a video on Richard Dawkins that was recently put up. There's another one on why Jewish people reject Jesus as the Messiah. There's one on the flood. All of these, the numbers are good. The new atheist video, 5 arguments for God's existence. These are all in Armenian, by the way, which are resulting in some phenomenal numbers for a channel that has 1,500, almost 1,500 subscribers. It's killing it, seriously. The numbers are phenomenal. And so I think this one will hit by like tomorrow or something. It'll hit 1,500 subscribers. Still not fully monetized, that channel, but hoping over the next month or two it gets fully monetized. Excited for the work we're doing on that channel, definitely. What's the channel name? It's called Apologia Center ARM. So youtube.com. So none of the stuff is in English. That's why I don't promote it here, because it's actually, if you go to my channel, if you go to youtube.com/Apologia Center, there's a recommended channels thing. So if you scroll, you will see featured, and it's the first featured channel. Wow, man, I just realized Ruslan's channel is almost at 700,000. He's 25,000 away from 700,000 subscribers. It's phenomenal. I need to go back and revisit some of this stuff. I got to change that up, add some channels to that. What am I giving? I'm not giving away anything right now. I'm going to give away something either tomorrow or Wednesday night, and we're going to give away hoodies. We're going to give away some of the hoodies, man. My parents were supportive, but not active guides in my future, hippie-ish, trying to push my boys out of their comfort zones, but still nurture their passions. Any scripture I can incorporate. Ooh. Nothing's coming to mind that I can like immediately apply to that. That could be because it's the afternoon kind of slump kicking in for me. But I think probably instead of scripture, like having more theological conversations about it, like God's made you with a purpose, God's gifted you in all the things that you're really good at and your passions and all of that, and pursuing that and worshiping God with whatever he's gifted you in is probably the way I would go. Like, what are what are your natural kind of gifts? What are the things you have a passion for? Now, assuming those things aren't sinful and X, Y, and Z, I would say, pursue those things. Hey, yeah, Good things in life happen by accident. I'm going to try to win that Miss Apologia hoodie, 100%. There we go. I don't know how you're going to try to, because I don't think. Well, I got to come up with a system of giving those away. So one of the ways I've done that in the past is I drop everyone's name into a kind of a Wheel of Fortune thing, and we just spin that, and then see what happens. Hmm. I guess Matt Fradd is moving. Help build a new studio. Man, that's growing like crazy. Yeah, he's got 632,000 subscribers. They're building a studio, it seems like. I like watching videos like this because then I can see all the behind the scenes behind the scenes stuff, and how people do their studios differently. It's really cool. Future planning there. I like that stuff. Okay. Arthur, a little heads up before you go live would be awesome, but no pressure or anything. After 6 p.m. Eastern time would be epic. A little heads up before you go live, awesome, but no pressure. So yeah, I'm assuming you're telling me to go live after 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's 3 p.m. here. So yeah, definitely gonna be past 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's probably gonna be like 9 p.m. Eastern time, or even 10 p.m. Eastern time when we go live for the giveaways. It's gonna be later on, especially for Eastern time folks. Speaking of timing, Arthur's channel feels like it was built for people in the UK to watch. Always streaming post 7 p.m. when work is finished. Hey, that's why we got the British contingent. I was always surprised why people like my channel had. I don't know. I don't compare this to other channels, but we have people from England and Canada watching a lot. So that was interesting to me. Okay, 2 hour mark. Okay. That's the 2 hour mark. What happens with this goal setting thing now? Yeah, it ends. Oh, it's ended now. We got 1 out of 10 super chats to start another goal. I don't know what happened to Aramed. I don't know if his phone died or something. Yeah, it's because I sit here and I go, what is Jerome doing with his life? Like, oh, he's having too much fun. I'm gonna bother his life. I'm gonna go live right now. Right? Must be. I want to do that goal stuff more, but I gotta pick out some stuff. Well, hey, it's the Premier League's fault for putting games on Mondays. So, actually, one of the things that I would really like to do is stream on Mondays, at least, for my streams to be like 9 a.m. to 11:30. That would be before Monday Night Football, because those games start at 12 o'clock here. The earlier streams. 9 a.m. streams, I think, would be decent, considering my analytics tells me there's a lot of people who are of our viewers that are online. That's the crazy thing. Most of the viewers, it's according to YouTube's stuff, most of my viewers are online around 12 to 1, and then also from 3 to 4. But that's Sundays. Sorry, that was Sundays. On Mondays, Mondays it's 9 a.m. People are on 9 a.m. Most of my viewers are on all the way to 3 p.m. So I can stream during that time period. Tuesdays it's a bit different. It's a little later. So it's Wednesdays, and then Fridays about the same. I should just follow what this is and see how it goes. I should just stream whenever they say this. Hey, look at that. What's going on, brother? Hey, you got gifted a channel membership earlier. Congratulations. Who finishes higher in the table, Chelsea or Arsenal? Ooh. I don't know. That's a tough one. Well, you think Chelsea's going to win the league, so. I still think Chelsea's going to have a dip in form. But the way they're going, I think Chelsea will finish higher than Arsenal. Arthur, if you ever decide to throw an annual Apologia Center banquet, we should all bring our favorite dish from our motherland. I'll bring tacos. Jerome can bring Ethiopian dish. I guess we're not like counting the fact that some of you guys would have to travel quite a bit to come to the banquet. And so on and so forth. It's not a bad idea. This guy says, I'll bring the Guinness. Imagine if we can get Oz Guinness to be the speaker. Never said that. I said we're catching up to LFC. Okay. It's because you're so special, Jerome. You have become dear to everybody's hearts on this channel, man. She said, I'll bring gourmet sabzi. It's one of Arthur's favorites as far as Persian food goes. Well, you actually don't know that. Probably my favorite dish, Persian dish, is not gourmet sabzi. I don't know if I shared this with you, but it is fasanju. I think I said that right. My wife loves gourmet sabzi, I'll tell you that. And I had some Ethiopian food recently when I was in Idaho. Yeah, had some Ethiopian food there. I was actually texting Jerome during that time, asking him how I'm supposed to eat this stuff. What's what here? But can you have a Fasinjun party? You can, but you can have a Chash party. You can have an Abgusht party as well. I like Abgusht quite a bit as well. So does my friend right here who wrote this. He loves Abgusht parties. Arame gifted 10 people memberships to the channel, so we got Agape is like going crazy right now. She's like, how do these guys are crazy with all their Persian food references. Hey, you're four away from hitting 7,100. This is going to be very interesting. She said, wow. She said, wow, you know about this in June. I love how it ends with June. I never noticed that before. Oh, yes, I know about it, definitely. Remember, my parents were both born and raised in Iran. So I actually have a whole family in Iran that I've never seen. Nick and yourself were speaking about the verse that may have not been written by Paul directly. Do you feel there may be other verses that may be questionable? Sure, there may be. Seems like we'd need Nick to comment on that. Ghormeh sabzi sounds like a spicy dish. It's actually not a spicy dish at all. Does the giveaway include insurance? I'm struggling there here. You mean health insurance, right?
This is serious.
Oh man. Tom's in the house. Tom, hope you're feeling better, brother. Hey, we surpassed 7,000, man. I don't know what's going on here, but Agape is like grilling Jerome. Hey, man, what's up? What's going on? Hey, Tom, we were earlier trying to see if we can get Jerome married. Find a good wife for him via this channel. That would be the story right there, man. Like the guy's gone through like a phenomenal transformation, and his life gets set up through through this channel would be so amazing. Thanks. You need to get better so we can have you in the studio. Oh, I know that. I know that. Yeah, that's actually really true. She said we all hang out here a few times a week, so I think it's absolutely fine. I think we should all make fun of Jerome too. Look at that. Tom said we need to do a single ladies poll. Coming up. Are you a single lady? So the guys don't mess this up, but if you're a guy, you can write no on this because you are neither a lady nor single or any one of those. Single lady poll is up. My kids aren't the biggest fans of Filipino food yet. I've been dying to make some family style. Let me know when we're throwing this on. Is it? Is it? No, I think there might be other people agape. That's not true. She said, I'm single, but unavailable. Well, look, that's fine. That's fair. But you can still say, yes, I'm a single lady with qualifications. Why do you think the church in America is falling? Who said this? So okay. You might be. Are you saying is it failing? The church in America is failing. That might be. Regardless, same meaning, right? So is it falling or failing? My question is, on what data are we basing this sort of stuff on? That the church in America is failing? Like actual data, not anecdotal, not in our observation, not like, oh, why do we see these heretical teachers like famous now and stuff like that? Like all those things are, but actual data that the church is failing. And numbers aren't like, they're not fair to say, look, less people are going to church today than they were 50 years ago. And then kind of determine whether that's a failure of the church, because I could argue that 50 years ago, a lot more people were religious, but they were actually unsaved. So it becomes, what I'm trying to say is it becomes a bit tricky as to the way that we measure success or kind of doing well. So back to Orthodoxism, I think my church is doing great. So is mine. The church I go to is doing great. Growth, development, theological knowledge, awesome Bible studies, especially, and this is true for guys and girls at our church, but especially for guys. And so, and I think there's a lot of churches like that. The other thing is, like, again, do we take into consideration things like spiritual maturity and growth and actual conversion, or are we just looking at church attendance? A lot of people used to be in church. Not many are in church anymore. Like, for example, post-COVID, a lot of people stopped going to church. And when I observe that, I'm sort of look at it and I go, oh, those people weren't even Christians to begin with. They were just like church attenders. And I'm sort of happy they're not going to church. I actually don't have a problem with churches failing as well. Churches that are not biblical should fail. As a matter of fact, a part of churches failing and closing down, if you read the book of Revelation, is Jesus' judgment against them, because Jesus tells those churches in Revelation, I think he still does a bunch of churches, if you don't repent and change your ways, I'm going to shut you down. And it could be that part of that is Jesus shutting them down. So there's a lot of nuance to this conversation rather than saying, oh, we're failing, what's going on, kind of thing. I'm in a healthier church than I've ever been in my life in the USA. Look at that. I think people see celebrity Christians fall and base it on that. That could, that might be a part of it as well. That's true. My church is slowly growing, added 2 new members, and a few folks are returning. No big, but everyday faithfulness. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Because that's what's needed. I think Christianity as a whole is being put to the crucible to speak, not necessarily failing. Let me put it this way. That's of God. Remember the scriptures say that judgment begins in the family of God, in the church. And so if there is a sort of cleansing going on in the church, I think it's of God. The reality is that there's a lot of people that are in the church that aren't believers. They are amongst us, but they are not of us, as scripture says. I go to a fairly large church, but it feels intimate and personal. That's amazing because a lot of large churches do not feel intimate and personal. That's not the reaction that you had when I told you about the first time. I'm just sad that you don't have a church you're going to. I want you to go to church. Jerome, I want you to go to a church, my friend. I'm just sad you're not in one yet. But I have hope. If we're talking attendance, our church is exploding since look at that. If we're talking attendance, our church is exploding since COVID. That's not true for a lot of churches. We are a small, and our average attendance was mid-60s, and right now it's doubled. Our high in 2024 was around 163. That's phenomenal. That's actually contrary to a lot of mainline denominations. Post-COVID, churches have closed down because these people were really never committed to actually being in community and pursuing Christ. They were just committed to being in community. And they just wanted groups of people to hang out with each other. And once that got challenged, they kind of gave all that stuff up. Tom said, hey, Jerome, I'm going to connect you with someone in the UK. Not for dating, but for helping you find the church. Hey, Tom, is this the same person that... So if it's the same person that I'm thinking about, then that person gave us a list that I sent to Jerome, but it might be good for them to connect as well. Yeah, well, we might know people in England that David doesn't. It's not a dating channel, by the way. Yes, that's true. Hey, so we have the numbers. What are the numbers? Only 30% are single ladies in this chat. Oh, I didn't know she's in England. Oh, she is in England. I didn't know. That's cool. Yeah. Let's see how many men here are single. Are you a single man? Is the question that's being asked. Hey, the numbers are pretty close here, guys. So we had 30. What is it? We had 30% who are a single lady, and 69% who aren't. And right now we're looking at the men, and we have 70% who aren't. Okay, 64% who aren't, and 36% who are, if as the votes come in. This is very, very interesting to me that we have like similar numbers to this. I like it. If the numbers are actually accurate to kind of what's going on, dude, it might just be a 1-to-1 correlation. We just marry you guys off. It's like there's 5 of you, there's 5 of you. Everybody pick one, go get married, have fun. Oh man, people aren't gonna like me coming at it like that. That's hilarious. Okay, this one, 4,200, not bad. I got to put out a video, guys. Other than the live, I got to put out a video. Well, it's 62%, 38% for the guys. It's been a very interesting time. But that, look, I said, welcome new subs. So we're welcoming all the new subs. We got a giveaway announcement. We've done that. And then we're doing Q&A. So it's been fun. We've done what we've done. Alpha Beta said, I'm single forever. Hey, man, the Bible gives you the complete freedom to live a single life forever. He just called Tom an old man. Saying. So either tomorrow night or Wednesday night, I will generate the thumbnail for that. I don't like sitting for such a long time. What is this? I just saw the screenshot. Are you a single lady? Thanks for the screenshots. You know who you are. He's not ancient like you are. I don't mind being ancient, bro. I own it. I own the ancientness that I have. Look at that beard. Look at that gray. I might just like color it just for the heck of it, and then let it grow out again. We'll see. But I'm really enjoying the grays coming in. I want it to be all gray, like full gray. What are we considering old these days? Well, according to Jerome, if you're past like 30, you're old. Should I have everybody put in their age? Yeah. Would you guys be willing to put in your age? Or if you're not willing to put in your exact age, I don't see a problem with it, man. So, okay, here we go. Like, put in your age, man. Now, when younger people call me sir, it trips me out. I'm 41, looking like 28. Psh, man. I make all sorts of comments about that. But Arthur, did you catch the live stream JP did with the polygyny guys? No, I have not. Ooh. Okay, 39. This dude is 29 years old and he's given up on marriage. He's like, I'm forever single. Bro, you're 29, homeboy. 35, 39, 45. I only get carded when I shave. 33. Notice all the guys are putting in their age. My age is around the current viewer count, which is current viewer count is at 25 right now, so it's about that. Okay. I'm 39, guys. Tom's 32. About to be 42 shortly. Happy birthday. I said might be the exact number. Well, it might be. Who knows? Gabi said, Arthur, we see what you are doing. I'm not. I just want to get it. Look, I can actually pull up on the analytics. So, okay, I'll tell you this. I'll pull up my analytics and I'll go to audience. And in the audience, I can actually see the ages of the people on this channel and where they're from. Not exactly, but this is last 28 days. And these are for all, but live videos. So here you go, guys. So Agape thinks, Agape, check this out. Share screen, YouTube analytics. Look at this. These are the live viewers. These are all you live people. That's insane numbers, right? So we got 11% female on lives, 88% male. These are the ages. So I can just like guesstimate, right? So anyway, the 25, this is where 25 to 44, essentially, the majority of folks. But if I put all the videos, that includes all the stuff, then the numbers change a little bit. So we got a little bit increase in the female viewers, and that changes up a bit. So, and then look at that, guys. Look at that. United Kingdom, Canada, South Africa, Australia, US majority, but live. Where look at that. Where are the Canadians at? So live videos. Let's see. Live. US, Canada. Canada is above the United Kingdom. Hey Jerome, you need to get your people in here, man. You got the Aussies and South Africa in here, but the Canadians, where are my Canadians at? So I'm just saying. The ladies didn't put in their ages. Too old. Tom looks 43. Wow, man, that's Arthur looks like a young 55-year-old. Thank you. I appreciate it. Damn. The only reason I hide my age is because Arthur feels the need to protect it for some reason. Bro, it's because when I initially asked you how old you were, you had some issue with telling me how old you were. Do you remember that? And I was like, how old is this guy? Because I thought you were like maybe 17 or something like that. And so like we did this range. You're like, well, it's between 20 and 25. I just feels like I always thought you were uncomfortable giving your age out. So Josh was 44, just 37 on the 11th, 28 in April. Happy birthday to you. The only good stereotype I get is Asians never age. Wow. So Agape, why don't you tell us how old you are? Because I haven't seen you mention. She said a lot of babies in here. Yeah, there go the Canadians. I'm 55. Nah, we know you're messing. This place turned into a nursery really quick. Okay, there we go. 38. I was shocked to find out Jerome is almost 60. No wonder he's so smart. Okay, final numbers dropping on the poll with the single guys. About the same, folks. 63 to 36%. 19 people voted in that poll. And the other one only had 10 votes. So a lot more viewers, obviously, that are guys here. He probably did. Oh, man. Look, I got stuff to do as well, but I always enjoy doing this stuff. We've gone 2 hours and 34 minutes. We would have gone 30 more extra, but we didn't meet our goal of the super chats. We would try to get one out of. We were trying to get 10 super chats to come in. We only got 1 out of 10, and we would have, if we did, we would have gone 30 extra minutes. Hey, it's great, you guys. I'm enjoying all of this. I'm enjoying this fun ride. It's really, really good. Let's see where we are with the subscribers. Is there a live count on this? 796 is 7D96, so 7096. Probably gonna hit the 4 pretty soon. Some of the videos are slowing down. I do need to put up a new video. Arthur is a knowledgeable computer guy. Are you saying I'm knowledgeable with computers? I wouldn't consider myself knowledgeable with computers, by the way. That's the secret. You put Horme Sabzi on your face, you take it like this, and you go, Horme Sabzi. Thank you, very nice. I need to get Pisabi on here with like decent audio. And when he says thank you, very nice, I need to record that without telling him. Please don't tell Mr. Pisabi I'm planning this. He might be listening, I don't know, but and then have a button where I say thank you, very nice. Why was 25% of the stream discussion about me, life's greatest mysteries? It's because you're special. Hey, God bless you too. Yeah. Imagine if people actually put Rome Sabzi on their face. Oh, that's gonna be nuts. That'll be a mess. Because I see my child doing that, my 11-month-old. Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure, you guys. It really has. It's cool that I'm going to be using this a bit more. This stream. There's questions coming in right when I want to leave, and then there's questions that come in. I saw this channel called Legendary Storyteller put out a video on Wes versus Carson debate, saying that Wes won the first half and Carson won the second half. I literally lolled. They should check out my video on the Enuma Elish that Carson made these crazy claims that it's copied. Wes didn't go after the aliens because he was smart not to. That's just the reality of it. I don't know how anybody can walk away from that thinking that the comments that, I mean, the second half of that debate was essentially half of that was Billy Carson summarizing the Enuma Elish with his own interpretation about planets and aliens that's not in the text at all. So I don't know what to say. He said second half he left halfway through the video. Well, I guess second half of that 1 hour interaction when it was on. That's just silly. Who's this guy? Legendary Storyteller. I'm gonna look this guy up. I might even just try to Legendary Storyteller. Okay, this guy's got alien stuff. This is the guy that has 602 subscribers? No, this might not be the one. Channel is called what? Legendary Storyteller. This is not called Legendary Storyteller. It has 1,800 subscribers. There it is. I found it. I will try to watch this because it's like 15 minutes long. This is Billy Carson and Wes Huff debate, unbiased expert review. Is he a debate teacher or something like that? What's the expert here? I'm curious to know what the expert is. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay. Folks, God bless you. Be well. Have a good rest of the day. Pray for me. We got an event tonight for my other job. We're praying that folks show up and have a blast. And it's a Christmas themed event we're doing. So pray that that goes really well. And with all that said, I got to figure out how to end this stream on this thing. With all that said, take care and God bless.